I welcome you. So we're going to start in a seated position, finding your good posture and what I like to call getting centered, right? Getting centered so we can tune inward, get this mental shift that the practice begins now, right? It begins with awareness. So we notice how we're seated. And this is obviously a seated practice for the most part. We do come do some standing poses sometimes, and I do plan on doing at least one standing series today. But we're going to work our way to prepare our bodies to be really, really ready for the standing poses. So I want you to pay attention to your pelvis, right? So that is your entire hip structure, right? So if you think about it, maybe when you close your eyes, think about what the shape of the pelvis is, what it looks like. Maybe you've seen it on diagrams of a skeleton, pictures, or maybe even like the plastic skeleton in a doctor's office or a science room. The pelvis is almost shaped like a bowl, kind of like a bowl shape. So picture that bowl shape here, and then take your hands, turn your palms to face upward, stack them on top of one another, let the thumbs touch, and you're creating that same sort of bowl shape, just like your pelvis. This is called Dhyana Mudra. It's a mudra for concentration, a mudra that it enables us to really get focused and to feel supported. So see if you can let yourself feel like that pelvis, that bowl shape, is almost like you're being held, perhaps by Mother Nature, by the earth. Perhaps you feel like you're held and strong and supported by the confidence of the self. And perhaps you feel held or supported by something even greater, maybe something divine. Yeah. Beautiful. Take a few good breaths in. Trying to center yourself so that the crown of your head is in line with that pelvic bowl. Good. And so today I'm going to talk about Viveka. Viveka is a Sanskrit word that means discernment. And so very often when we think of the word, or I hear people talking about the word discernment, they define it as having good judgment. And that is true. However, in the yogic perspective of Viveka, it's even deeper. I like to think about using other words aside from judgment, because when we use the word judgment, we tend to think about an opinion, or criticism, or the power of comparing or deciding, right? That's very ego-based. Discernment is compassion-based, right? We recognize as separate or different, to perceive or to make out clearly, insight. That is what we use to discern, So as always, this practice is about health and well-being for the body and the mind. And discernment comes in a very big way when we are looking at our physical bodies, seeing what's available for us, and making those good, quote unquote, judgments for ourselves, right? Base it from compassion, not from the ego, yeah? Good. And then when you're ready, You can allow the eyes to open, bring the arms down by your sides. Take a good inhale, let the chest and the belly and the ribs expand. And exhale, just let it all go. Right, just taking that idea, right? Discernment, what serves should be almost like an introduction to working on developing your own internal question for what works for you. Like, what serves my family? What serves my health? What serves my joy? And as we come into this state where our communities, our towns, our state is starting to open and reopen and reopen, I encourage you to use discernment, not judgment, right? Some people feel like they can't wait to run to the hair salon or go to the gym. Others are like, nope, I am staying home and I'm wearing my mask if I'm in a public place. So I'm not judging, but yet making the best decision for the self. Now with an inhale, start to reach your arms out and up. Oh, good. And just hold them in this up position here. Right, and see how that feels. A big shift in the shoulders. We're going to explore a little bit through the side body, right? Kind of focusing in on the intercostal muscles, as well as the latissimus dorsi, right? So the intercostal muscles are the muscles that are in between the ribs. And the latissimus dorsi is this huge muscle that wraps around the whole side and the back from all the way down to the hip, right? And up into almost up into the arm. Really, really big, right? So that's the muscles that we're gonna feel when we stretch to the side. So take a nice big inhale and then lean the body to the right and see if you can lower that right hand down. Maybe you hold on to the chair, the leg of the chair or the seat of the chair. Right, and start to stretch over as far as what feels comfortable for you. Yeah, good. And then you can play around with the neck a little here. Maybe lifting the chin up. Maybe reaching a little longer through the left arm. Keeping that hip, remember that pelvic bowl that's kind of like hands holding you and supporting you? Can it still support you? So don't let that left hip just lift up and away. Try to keep it grounded and rooted. Good. Right, next inhale, lift that right arm up. And as you exhale, really simply switch sides. Left hand lowers down, we find that seat or leg of the chair, and we begin to slowly lean over to the left. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of slow movements, especially in the beginning of our practice, so we really have the time to pay attention and notice. Right? Perhaps this whole slowing down time for you has allowed you to pay more attention to the little things that you don't always pay attention to. Like Joanne said, she sat outside and just looked at the beautiful flowers. So simple, but so profound, yeah? And on your next inhalation, reach the left arm up and exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Let the arms come down by your side. Let's just roll the shoulders a few times. Lift the shoulders up and roll them back and down as you exhale. So try to move with your breath. Inhale, lifting them up. Exhale, rolling them down. Maybe one more in this direction. And then take it the other way. So they go back first and then they roll forward. Oh, good. You're actually, if you really pay attention while you're doing this, you might feel those groups of muscles that I'm talking about on the side body. And then come to neutral. Bring your arms out like wings. Bend your elbows and bring your hands, and come a little closer just to make sure you can see. Bring your hands around your rib cage with the fingers forward, right? And the thumbs back. Can you see that? Yeah, fingers forward and thumbs back. So it's above the hips and it's below like where your bra line would be, right? If you were wearing a bra. Yes. So even if you're not wearing one, you know about where that would be. Now I want you to start some bigger breathing. See if you can feel those ribs expand as you inhale. And then as you exhale, watch them contract back down, right? So you might even actually be able to see mine expand. Inhale. And exhale, contract. Just look at your lung capacity and know and just see how amazing it is, where it can be noticed in different parts of the body. One more time, big breath in. And big breath out. Good. And then lower the hands back down, right? And pull the arms like a little bit away from the body. So they've got some action, but they're not working too hard. Spread the fingers wide. And see if you can take that same breath again, as if your side ribs could make their way to touch into the sides of the arms. That would be a tall order. Take a good breath in. And a good breath out. So you're breathing into the side ribs, not only in the front or the back body. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Really good. Now bring the arms up a little bit higher, like parallel to the floor. Good. Bend the elbows. Good. Find the cactus arms. Then we're going to take a second mudra, Gyan Mudra, where we connect the thumb and the pointer finger and we kind of almost hook it like an OK sign. Sometimes we call this chin mudra. I've heard it called both, spreading the other three fingers out wide. Right? So we're going to work on strengthening that muscle, those muscles on the side body, as well as stretching them. So keeping the elbows bent as best as you can. Take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to draw the elbows down toward the ribs, right? So it's like a W shape. And see if you can really squeeze, right? Squeeze these muscles in there, right? You'll probably feel it all along here, right? So you're squeezing, yeah. You're staying strong in the core, right? Feet are grounded, hips distance apart. On an inhale, lift the elbows up. On an exhale, contract, squeeze those muscles and right, keep the core engaged. Feel your own strength. One more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, contract. Really good. Bring the hands down. Check your feet, make sure they are hips distance, knees underneath those, heels underneath those knees. Yeah, you might even do that little hip walking thing we do usually a couple times to get yourself as far forward on the chair as you can. Good. And then we're just going to do a little flow to start getting the blood moving before we start working on lower body and adding back in the upper body. With an inhale, arms reach out and up. With an exhale, bring them to halfway. Find those cactus arms again. Take another breath in. And exhale, lean halfway. Pause here. All right. So if you give a little bit of squeeze of the shoulder blades and you draw the elbows back and down just a little bit, maybe not quite that full W, but you can feel the back muscles working, right? Try not to let the head hang too deep or lifting the chin up too high. Keep that neck nice and neutral. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, hands come to the knees and fold yourself in. So our first forward fold, as always, take it to your level of comfort. Practice Viveka. Discern what serves you, right? Maybe you let the head go. Maybe you can feel a nice stretch through those muscles in the back and the side that we're talking about. So take your left hand and see if you can bring your left hand to the top of your right foot, right? You might even, if you can't get to the foot, you can get to the shin. That would be fine, right? Maybe you get to a block. Some of you might have such a deep reach that you can get the hand even to the outside of that foot, right? So just feel a nice stretch there. Maybe releasing the right hand as well and really letting the head go. So it's a side stretch in a forward folded shape. And then slowly, slowly walk the hands through center and switch sides. Right hand finds the top of the left foot or maybe the shin or ankle. Left hand can come to the floor or same. Just reach. Let the chin come down to the chest. Extend. Feel the latissimus dorsi muscle, that big muscle across the whole back side body. Nice. And then with an inhale, come back to the center. Ground down through the feet. Sweep the arms out wide as you rise on up. Good. And exhale like a cactus. Good. Inhale here. Contract those side ribs and just draw the elbows down. Good. Feel your own strength. Inhale, lift. Maybe a little higher. Exhale, cactus, and draw it down. Feel the strength. We're strengthening those side muscles. One more time. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, draw it down. Good. Bring it back to the goddess position or cactus position. Big inhale. Exhale, halfway again. Right? Find the strength of the muscles also in the pelvic floor and the core. Right? Feel yourself grounded. Remember when Mother Nature had you supported in your pelvic bowl? The pelvic bowl is tipping over slightly. Try to keep it still grounded. Give me one more breath in. And exhale, hands come down. Good. This time we're going to sweep that left arm out and up. Right? Taking a little twist. And then see if you can find a little bit more side body, perhaps, in this twist, by bringing that bicep muscle closer to the ear. So the left arm is actually kind of reaching diagonally across the body, like toward that right foot, but up, you know? Oh, good. And then inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm down. Take it to the other side. Inhale, right arm sweeps out in a twist. Right? Get yourself established. See how the shoulder feels. And then maybe finding some extension. Reach the bicep muscle toward the ear. Doesn't mean it has to touch. Maybe it does for some of you. Yeah, so it's going on a diagonal. Oh, good. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, arm down. Good. Sweep arms out. Use an in-breath to rise on up. Good. And exhale, hands, heart. Good. All right, bring your hands down by your side. And then let's just start to warm up the lower body a little bit with the upper body. With an inhale, reach that left arm up and see if you can lift that right leg up. Just keep the knee bent, right? Just waking up the quadricep muscles here. And exhale, bringing them down. Good. Inhale, opposite side. Right, we're cross-referencing here. And exhale, lower. Just a few more times. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm, left leg. And exhale, lower. So just take it at your own pace. I'd like you to do 3 or 4 more. And maybe your breath is long, slow, and deep, and you're gonna go really slow here. Or maybe your breath is a little bit shorter and you're already feeling like your heart rate is going up and you want to match your breath. Just make sure that you're not, running a marathon. You're just taking your time to link with breath. All right, next time you come down, leave yourself in the down position. And then we're going to take that right leg and we're going to step it out to the right. Yeah. And I'm going to situate myself a little better on my chair. So adjust yourself if needed, right? And you're going to start first by facing right in between your legs. So your legs are making a V shape, right? The left toes are pointing forward and the right toes are pointing out to the right, right? Find your pelvic bowl, right? And then taking those ribs and giving them just a little twist over to the right. Twist over to the right. Good. And then see if you can find those ribs again with the fingers across the ribs and the thumbs across the back of the ribs. Take a breath in, see if you can expand those ribs right into your hands. Right? And exhale, contract. One more time. Breathe in. And exhale, contract. Good. Then we're going to take the right hand, bring it to the seat of the chair. Bring the right hand to the seat of the chair. Good. Bring your left arm out to the left. Now, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to slide that hand, bend the elbow, turn the palm to face upward, and start to reach those left fingertips toward the back of your space. Right? So if you were doing a traditional mat yoga, this would almost be like a thread the needle pose. Yeah? And then with an inhalation, you sweep it out and up. Maybe it comes up a little higher. You turn the head to look toward those left fingers. Good. Exhale, bend the elbow, turn the palm upward, thumb facing away from you, fingertips toward the back of the room. These are the oblique and the intercostal muscles, as well as those latissimus dorsi. Inhale, open up. Maybe you go a little broader. And exhale, contract. So squeeze those side ribs. Last one, best one. Inhale, breathe and reach. Discernment for yourself, remember, and exhale, contract. Really, really good. And then come back to neutral. All right, take those ribs again, and this time turn them forward. So you're keeping the leg position the same. Now the torso is actually pointing over your left leg. Good. Hold on to the seat of the chair. See if you can straighten the right leg out. Yeah. All right, so sole of the foot flat on the floor, right? And a little opening here in the inseam of the leg. So the left leg is bent 90 degrees and the right one is straight. Now, if you're already feeling like too much pull, if you've got really tight inseams or really tight hamstrings, maybe you don't bend, maybe you don't go fully, right? This would be like a nice modification to keeping a little bend there, right? But if you can, make it straight. Good. And then we're going to take that right arm, reach it up. Good. Take that left arm, bring it into cactus. Good. All right. So now find that Yan Mudra on the left hand so you get a really good concentration. Right? Feel the contraction of the muscles of the side body on the left side. Right? Take a good inhale. As you exhale, draw the left elbow down, contract. Good. Inhale, arm reaches up, body starts to lean over to the right, bringing that right hand down, that right leg, and starting to stretch and open the left side. Oh, good. We're going to take a few rounds, right, seeing if we can build a little muscle memory here, going a little bit deeper. With an inhalation, come back up, right arm is straight, left arm into that cactus. Give it a squeeze. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, contract, elbow comes down. Good. Inhale, reach and lean. And stretch. Oh, maybe you go a little further. This is actually called gate pose. Yeah, we're going to take it one more round. Inhale, arms up. And half. Like cactus on one side, yeah. Take another breath in. And exhale, squeeze and contract. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean. Oh my goodness. Do you find more depth each time? Maybe. So good. And then inhale, come back up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Bringing the hands to the seat of the chair, helping that right leg come back to center, right? Situating yourself. Once again, aligning yourself. We're going to take that little flow in between before we do the gate pose and the little thread the needle on the other side. Hands come to heart center. Find that center, that pelvic bowl, that support system. What serves you? What serves joy? What serves your health? What serves your family? Can you be in a place of compassion, not in a place of judgment and ego? Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale out like wings. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, lean halfway. Pause. Feel the strength of the upper back. Another breath in. And exhale, arms come down, forward fold. Good. Inhale, sweeping that left arm out and up. maybe stretching it over to the side, utthita. Good, and slowly arm back up and exhale back down. Inhale, opposite side, sweep the right arm out and up. Maybe finding that side body stretch again. And inhale, arm up, and exhale, hand down. Sweep both arms out, rise up with an in-breath. And exhale like goddess arms. Good, big breath in. And exhale, contract. Good. Release hands down. Beautiful. Now we're going to take that left leg, step it out to the left, right? And for starters, we're just going to have ourselves looking right into the center of this V shape. Yeah. Bring your hands to your ribs again, fingers in line with those rib bones. And maybe you can even take those fingers to feel the ribs. Right? There's soft tissue in between those ribs, muscles in between your ribs, layers and layers of complex and fascinating muscle structure in the body. Take a really good inhale, expand those ribs, and exhale, contract. Right? So this is immune boosting activity when we work on keeping our lungs strong and clear. Take another big breath in, expand the ribs. And exhale, contract the ribs. Really, really good. Now, keeping the hands on those ribs, just turn the torso, right? Just like rotate. I like to turn the chest plate. You can release those hands, yeah? Good. Maybe adjust yourself on the chair a little bit. So the leg position didn't really change to 90-degree angles, yeah? Good. And then we're gonna take that left hand to the back of the seat of the chair. We're going to reach that right arm out and up. Good. And take a good inhale. As you exhale, it's like you're threading the needle. That right hand, right, comes on top of that thigh, palm faces upward, thumb away from you, looking over and twisting and rotating to your left. Feel the contraction of that muscle group that it takes to get really deep into this posture. And with an inhalation, sweep the arm out and up. And exhale, bend the elbow. Draw it so the palm faces the ceiling, the thumb faces away from you, fingers toward the left, and reach and twist. Maybe go a little higher on your next inhale. Sweep the arm out and up. Oh, and exhale, contract, elbow bends, thread that needle. Last one, best one. Inhale, sweep it out and up. And exhale, bend the elbow, rotate and twist. So good. And then slowly, slowly coming back here. We're going to prepare for gate pose. Take the hands on the ribs and just pivot the torso back so that it's facing to the front of your mat, facing over that right knee, and hands to the seat of the chair. Adjust yourself if needed and straighten out the left leg. Yeah, good. Right. When you're ready, arms reach out and up. Left arm stays up and right arm takes that cactus, right? Find Gyan Mudra for concentration. Take a big breath in. Exhale, contract the elbow in like that half a W, yeah? Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, lean to that straight leg, right? Leaning down and over, just finding that nice stretch across the side body of the right. Adjust yourself if needed, like I just needed to do. Good. Inhale, come back up, bending that right elbow. Pause. Good. Another breath in. Exhale, elbow pulls in. Use the muscles, you can squeeze them, right? Amazing. On an inhale, extend up. And exhale, lean into gate pose, right? Just see your body like a little gate that opens and closes. Good. Inhale again, arms reach up. Exhale, bend that right elbow. One more round, big breath in. Exhale, squeeze and contract. Feel that strength. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lean. Oh, do you notice a little bit more space each time? It feels so good. And then inhale, rise on up. Hands to the heart. Good. Hands to the seat of the chair. Softly heel toeing or lifting up that knee, foot and knee, and walking it back to the center. Good. All right. So just notice how those hips feel. Maybe rocking back and forth a little, windshield wiper. All right. Now I'm going to take one other little hip stretch before we come to standing. So lift your left leg up, right? And see if you can cross it over the right, right? This is a big external rotation. Help wake up the hips. So I know, and I can't see everybody's legs and hips here like you can see mine. So make sure that, again, discernment, big time. This may feel so out of reach, right? Remembering that you could always take this option. I still have an external rotation, right? An open rotation of the hip, but is stacked on top of the other. Hands come to heart center. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale out like wings. Good. Bend the elbows. Beautiful. Flex those left toes like crazy. Whether it's down or up, flex them. Good. Give me a nice inhale. And just lean the body to the right. Ooh, yes. Maybe you feel a little more sensation or a lot more sensation. Yeah. Inhale, center. And exhale, lean the body to the left. Inhale, center, and exhale, hands to the shin. And then start to lean forward, maybe just a few inches. See how that feels, right? Remember, it can still be done if that foot is crossed ankle over ankle instead of ankle over knee. If you do have the ankle over the knee and you feel like you can go a little further, you can actually bring your forearms to that shin, to that calf. Ooh, leaning in a little more. That's a big pigeon stretch, so just breathe. A little love to the hips. And then with an inhale, rise back up. Okay, let's find that outer hip a little bit more. Keep the cross and slide it knee over knee. Right, so if you're down here on the ankle, you can just cross ankles. So it could look like this or like this. Good. All right. Beautiful. Give a little squeeze, right? So just like we squeeze the muscles on the side ribs, can you squeeze these? These are called your medial glute muscles, right? Squeeze, like the thighs are trying to really touch in toward each other. Flex again those left toes. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale out like wings. Inhale, bend elbows. And exhale, pivot and twist. Good. Feel those muscles. You might even take that left arm, draw that left elbow down into that little W shape. Yeah. Inhale, lift it back up to cactus and back to center. Big breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Right. Letting that right elbow draw down, contract all those muscles down the back, strength. Inhale, lift, and exhale, center. So good. Release the hands and cross the legs, make them out wide, maybe windshield wiper, right? If you come really forward on your chair, you might be able to get like a super big windshield wiper. Good. And then come back to neutral. I'm going to take it on the other side. So lifting that right leg up and crossing it. Ankle over knee or ankle over ankle. Yeah. Flex those toes. This is super important. It stabilizes all of those muscles up that leg and in that hip. Beautiful. Hands at heart center. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale out like wings. Inhale, bend elbows. Good, and exhale, maybe start to lean over to your right. Woo, yeah. Inhale, center, and exhale, lean to the left. Like, where do you feel more sensation? Good time for me on this side. Woo-hoo. Discern just how far to go, or maybe not do it at all, right? Inhale back to center, and exhale, hands to the heart. One more breath in, arms reach up. Exhale out like wings. Bend the elbows, good. And then start to see if you can lean forward. Ooh, hello hip. Please remember to keep the flex of those right toes. Stabilizing that hip. A little strength and a little stretch. Time. If you want to take it a little deeper, you could bring the hands to that lower part of the leg, the shin, right? Maybe even sliding to the forearms and leaning further forward. Right. We are using the ability to perceive clearly and make good choices without having to be better or worse than anyone else. That is Viveka. And then come right up with an inhale and slowly uncross the leg. Good. A little windshield wiper again. The wider the feet go, the more accessible that windshield wiper is. All right, now we're going to come to standing. So come on up. And this whole time we've been preparing for a pose called Trikonasana, triangle pose, right? So you can come behind your chair. You don't have to move your chair. By the way, if anybody needs water, go grab it because I just have a little dry throat and need some water. So you're at the back of your chair. Yeah. And then you're going to take your right foot and step your right foot in the center, right, underneath the chair, both hands holding onto the chair. Take your left foot, step it back, lunge it back as far as you can. Yeah? And so you want to have the left toes pointing out to the left. Yeah? And the right toes pointing underneath the chair. So do you remember when we did that gate pose? This is the same shape of the body as when we did that gate pose. Okay? So look at your heel of the right foot. Try to get it in line with the arch or the heel of the left foot. So you've got a good alignment, yeah? All right. Now hold that right hand onto the chair and then reach that left arm up. Good, and as you exhale, start to soften the right elbow, right? The right elbow, the one that's holding onto the chair, right? Soften the right elbow and you're leaning toward the chair. So Anita, lean toward your chair. Yeah. Right? So think about side body stretching, right? So there's this big opening in the inseam of the right leg and a big extension through the whole side body on the left. Good. And then with an inhale, come back up and let that left hand come down. Good. Now, next time we go down, I'm going to give you an option. You might switch to the hand on the seat of the chair if that's too much for you, right? Use your discernment. All right, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bend elbow and start to lean. And if you feel like you've got the room, shift that hand to the seat of the chair, maybe allowing a little bit more depth to come in. Right, make sure you're leaning towards your chair, nice and strong in the feet. Really, really good. One more breath. And then rise back up. Good. Pause. Beautiful. One more round, right? Repetition is a really good way to find and create more strength and flexibility. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bend elbow, lean the body, maybe shifting the hand to the seat of the chair, maybe bringing it a little further forward. Maybe that bicep muscle comes by the ear. Try to keep drawing that left shoulder back and open. Good. And then rise on up slowly, reach that left arm up. Up, beautiful. Hand to the back of the seat of the chair, stepping the left foot forward. Good. Just take a moment to pause. Bring your hands to your heart center. If you feel stable, right, you don't need to hold on to the chair, bring your hands to the heart. Feel like you need to hold on to the chair, hold on to the chair. Right? Maybe you can close your eyes and just notice the little fluctuations of the body, little movements, little swaying, right? Little prana energy. Good. And then bring your hands back to the chair. We're going to keep that left foot where it is, and we're going to step that right one back, a nice big lunging step, and take your time to find your alignment. So this time I'm going to have my back towards you. Maybe it'll give you a different, better view, right? So left toes pointing toward the chair, right toes pointing out to your right, heel of left foot in line with arch or heel of right foot, right? Good. And then turning that chest open, right? Turning the hips open. Reach that right arm up. Good. All right, take one more really good breath here. As you exhale, bend the left elbow, right? Just like we did that half W. It's the same concept. Contract it in, reaching that right arm up and over, or maybe just up to the ceiling. Good. And then inhale, come back up. We're going to do a couple more so you have the opportunity to get deeper if you choose. Don't rush into it. Big breath in. And exhale, lean, contract. And then maybe when you get there, you decide, oh, I can go a little deeper, find a little more space. Reach. Good. Inhale, rise back up. Last one, best one. Exhale, bend elbow, lean towards your chair. Maybe hand to the chair and squeezing in on the core and the pelvic floor for stability. Good. Inhale, rise back up. Good. Bringing that right hand around to the back of the chair, softening the left knee, stepping the right foot forward. Feet together to touch if you feel stable there, or maybe you bring them out a little wider. Close your eyes. Just see what you feel here in the torso, in the trunk of the body. Wow. Beautiful. When you're ready, open your eyes. Slowly make your way back into your chair. Once you get back into the seat of your chair, reposition your alignment, feet, hips distance. We're going to revisit that little flow. Like anytime we do any kind of sun salute or any kind of, right, clearing it out energy, it just like wipes it clean. It's like a technique for clearing energy. Bring your hands to your heart center. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale out like wings. Inhale, bend elbows. Exhale, lean. Good. Inhale again. Exhale, hands come down. We slide deeper, chin to chest. Good. Inhale, left arm sweeps out and up. Maybe we find that bicep muscle to the ear. Inhale, arm back up. Exhale, arm back down. Inhale, opposite side, sweep it out and up. Maybe extending it further. And exhaling, slowly letting it come back down. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms out and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. And then hands back to those ribs. One more little visit, right? Fingers spread like the shape of the ribs. Thumbs on the back ribs. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Give me 3 good, full, expressive breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Breathe those ribs into your hands and exhale out the mouth. Good. Let the ribs fill your hands. Inhale. And open mouth. Last one, best one. Inhale, expand. And exhale, contract. Good. Relax the hands down to the lap. Walk yourself back into the seat of your chair. Good. Going to come back to the posture we started with. With a little more support. So lean the back body into the back of the seat of the chair. And then find that pelvis and your visualization. Find your Dhyana Mudra with your hands stacked in that same bowl-like shape. So where does your support system come from? Right? How do you manage those feelings and thoughts of judgment that arises for all of us? My work, for sure, is to really work on what serves me. It doesn't serve me to be judgmental of others. Work on developing your own internal question for what works for you. Just a minute or so of quiet and stillness here. Relax the shoulders. Relax the muscles of the face. Start to feel like your whole trunk, your whole torso that we've been working on this whole class can almost just melt, right? Like ice melting. It's gonna all be caught right in that pelvic bowl, that support system. It's just gonna catch you. Observe the natural tide of your breathing. Observe the change of the sound from music to silence. Notice how that feels. Keep your eyes closed and sit comfortable here as long as you desire. When you're ready, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart center. So I can close with the most important message. Right? So judgment creates polarization. Discernment creates compassion. Thank you so very, very much to each one of you for coming out to practice with me today and for continuing to show up, to do the work of mind, body, and spirit. It is my greatest honor, as always, to guide you through this ancient and most magical practice that we call yoga. Wishing each one of you a fabulous Friday, wonderful weekend. Stay healthy, stay well, and until next time, namaste.